Well, hey there, and welcome back to Color Me Kris with me, Kris Michaels. Yep, it's July, and that means it's time to show you all the pages I colored in June 2026. I can't wait to show them to you, and I hope you want to see them as badly as I want to show them to you. So get a snack and a drink, non-alcoholic, and let's have some fun.
When the world seems gray in the news today, creativity can feel like bliss. Come brighten your day in a colorful way. It's time for Color Me Kris.
Okay, so here's just a couple of the books that I worked on in June 2026. I'm going to put these aside. This is mostly for the thumbnail pic that I'm going to take any second now. So I'm going to put these aside and we're going to get right into the books. And I really hope you'll like what you'll see. It's also my birthday, July 7th, so I'm hoping to get this online before or the day of. Do you like this? Isn't this neat? It's it was on sale for Prime Day, and it's cloth, so it's not something hard, you know. Because what I was finding, and thanks to someone on the internet that was so wonderful to give me advice, with this, the when I do a flip through, the pages would turn a weird blue, and so okay, figure that. So I'm hoping that won't happen with this, but I just think this is really cool, and I just had to have it. And it was funny, the big one was on sale for $11, and the smaller one that would have fit here a little better was like $31. Well, you know, I got the big one. All right, so here's, in no particular order, the first things that I colored for June 2026. And this is a brand new book that I just got maybe a week ago, and it's Mythographic Alice in Wonderland. It's a pretty cool book, folks. I have to tell you, it's got some really beautiful artwork in it. But this is what I did. And originally the dress was a different color, but I was told by someone it didn't look like it had any color, basically. So I went in with a deeper purple, and I don't like it now. But here's a picture of what it originally looked like with the lighter lavender, because I always feel Alice in Wonderland should have a lighter dress on, and I didn't want to do a white dress. But anyway, yeah, I don't like it now. But here's the background. Maybe that looks good, and I think her hair looks good, and face looks good, and everything else looks good, but I hate the dress now. I liked it before. And then this is washi tape. I thought I'd put it around it to make it pretty, because I found the washi tape I bought like, I don't know how long ago, and then put it away and forgot that I ever had it. But it peels up, which is, I guess, the good thing about washi tape. So I don't know if I'm going to keep it on this page, because it's just going to peel up. So, oh no. I thought this was cool. The artist really went all out, because they even put eat me and stuff like that. And I meant to, but completely forgot to put drink me on this. Maybe I'll add it later so that it'll be there, because I think that should say drink me. Being the cookie says eat me. And I love it that there's this recipe for this cookie. And it's just too cool. So I really do love the artwork in this book. I'm very happy I got it. And let's move on to the next thing that I colored. All right, I just want to get this out of the way. This was a book that came with my 4 candies, pencils that are fantastic. And I did a video. You can check through my videos and you'll see I wanted to show them. I saw a channel, Artie Crafter, who did a pencil review, and then I wanted to do one for the US, because I wasn't sure if they'd be the same price and stuff. You know, watch the video. I talk all about that, and I link to her channel. But anyway, I did this as a demo to see if I like the pencils. Let me find it. Oh, there we go. And yeah, I do like the pencils. I love the pencils. They're an oil-based pencil, and the thing that was so cool about them is they're like $20 for a set, plus you get a case. So watch that video. It'll have the links if you want to check out and get the pencils. Although, I guess because everybody went crazy buying them after watching my video, and thank you all for watching the video. They've now gone up to $29 because this is America and this is how we do things in America. I'm selling my stuff, so I'll make the price go up, which is such bullshit. Anyway, I think these looked really good. I was going to add a background, but then I decided, you know, I'm happy with the way it is. I'm going to just leave it like it is. So that's what that's from. And check out these. They're not sponsors. I want everybody to know about them because, well, they were a great price. Maybe they'll go back to being a great price, and they're an excellent pencil, especially if you like oil-based pencils. They're really good. They're right up there with the best. So, okay, moving on. And then we have Hidden Oceans. You know, I need to say people's names so I can memorize them, because if you look, you'll see that I did... I was tagged, and I was thrilled to be tagged. Finally, someone tagged me for something. And I did the Would You Rather tag. One of the questions was about these authors of these coloring books. And I was like, I don't know who any of these people are. I've probably never colored in their books. And my friend Candace from Happy Catastrophe wrote in the description, Kristopher, you always use Denise's books. They're the goblins and the hollows and stuff. And I was like, oh my God, I felt so bad. So I'm going to try to remember to say the names and the name of the person that does the book so that maybe I can know who the heck I'm doing, so that, you know, it'll stick in my brain for when I get questions like that. So this is Hidden Oceans by Rita Berman. There, I did it. Okay, moving on to the actual page. And this was a buddy color with my good friend Deb. And I know I said I'm not doing buddy colors anymore, but I also said that I have an obligation for some, and this was one of them. And I'm thrilled, to be honest with you, for that obligation, because these can be so much fun. I don't want my videos to be nothing but buddy colors, and I want to have time to color pages that I really want to jump into, and I haven't had that. And so that's why I'm only going to do buddy colors with a couple of people a month. Period. That's it. Done. Because I need to have time to work in the pages I want to work in. Not that I didn't want to work in this one, but there's a difference. Plus, then I feel like I have to get that page done immediately. And I hate that. I don't like feeling rushed. And nobody rushes me. It's me. It's what I do to myself. Okay, I'm going to shut up now and move on about this. So I messed up the background, tried to make it look like water, and it did not. So I had to go in with Jess Art acrylic markers, which they're my favorite markers, acrylic markers. They're just fabulous. And you can get a 72 set. They're awesome. And again, not sponsors. I have no sponsors. I pay for everything in these videos, or they're a gift from a friend. Or friends, I should say. So anyway, this is the fishies I did. And now let's put Deb's fishies on, which are fabulous. She did the smart thing. She didn't do a background, which I shouldn't have either. But this one kind of came out cool. But she did a great job. But I'm happy with these. I think they came out pretty cool. I like it that they pop off the page. So that's this buddy color, and thank you, Deb. It was a lot of fun, and I'm sure we'll do one again. It's July 3rd, so you might possibly hear some fireworks in the outside. I'm not sure. I have a really good cam here that has noise cancellation, so probably you don't hear anything. But anyway, this is the next book, which is Pop Manga Flights of Fancy. And it's by, see, this is why I don't read names, but I'm going to try. Camilla D. Eric L.G.B.T.Q.I.A. I'm sorry, Camilla. I suck at pronouncing names properly. All right, so let's go in here. And here we go. And I did this one just to play around, I believe. I used, I've grown addicted to using the Bible highlighter gel pens. They're awesome. I actually did a video where I show how to use them, and I just put it on the page, and then I use my finger to rub them in and blend them, and it's fantastic. Look through my videos, you'll find it. Yeah, I was messing around with that, and I wanted to do this one, and so the bees are completely done with the Bible highlighter. The hearts are actually done with watercolor pens or markers, so that they don't go all the way through. I really enjoy coloring. These are becoming my favorite books rapidly because I love the artwork in them. Really love. So that's out of this book. Moving on. Okay, I found these guys quite by accident. Someone may have sent me their other book. I don't know how I got it, but I did. No, I remember. I had ordered some things from Amazon, and it was one of those deals where it was, hey, if you buy another thing, we can get it to you there in the next day or something. And their book was on sale. It was the other book they have, which I don't remember the name. And, oh, yes, I do. Well, I don't want to say the wrong name if I'm wrong. I want to say that it's Bell's Hells. I think that's right. But anyway, that's how I found them. And I thought, oh my God, I love these guys. And apparently they have a TV show. It's on Prime Video. And I was really surprised because I've never heard of them. So let me show you what I colored in here. I don't know who he is because I haven't started watching the show yet, although I will be. I don't know who he is. But I saw this page and I fell in love with him and the ducks, and I had to color it, and I think I did okay. I'm not happy with the pebbles. I've had people tell me they look great, but I'm worried that I couldn't make them much smaller, and I think they should have been smaller little pebbles. But anyway, I like everything else I did, so don't yell at me that I didn't say I liked it. I didn't. I do. I wish I could have done better with the pebbles. But anyway, he's awesome. I don't know if this is how he's supposed to be colored, because apparently he's on the show, which is, again, Vox Machina. Vox Machina. I hope I'm saying that right. I want to say Vox Machina, but I don't think that's right, so I think it's Machina. And Critical Role, and it's on Prime. Okay, so I used Copic markers. Pretty sure I used only Copic markers. And did I use... yes, I did use a tiny bit of acrylic markers to put a couple of things in that I wanted to... Oh, yes, I did, because I did the clouds with some acrylic markers that I found going through my... rearranging my shelves. And I thought, oh, when did I get these? I don't even remember, but they were crap. I had to work so hard on these clouds with them. I just tossed them because they were not good. But anyway, I think he looks really cute, and I like him, and I don't even know what his name is. But if you can get a better look, I did put some stickle on the top of the mountains because I wanted them to have snow icy look to them, and so that and the clouds. And this also has a Just Art, no, not Just Art, it's those pens, markers that I tossed, but they were just too hard to work with. Terrible. I should have kept them to show you and say don't buy these. I'll be surprised if they're still in business, to be honest with you. But anyway, I think he's cool. I really like him. And if you all know how he's supposed to look, please don't yell at me if I did him completely wrong. I'll learn who these people are and color them properly. Although it's fun to color him however you want. Okay, so that's him and his old ducks. And when I posted it on Instagram, I found this duck song that it's a great song, and it went with this. So if you have Instagram, check me out on there, and then you can hear the song that I picked for him and his ducks. So, okay, so that's this one, and we're going to move on now to the next book. And that book would be this, which again is Pop Manga, Cute and Creepy. And again by Camilla D'Errico. The funny story, I bought this on Amazon and it said like new because it was used and it was half the price. And I got it, well, not this one, but I got the book that they were selling, and it had about 10 pages that were just, I guess, a 2-year-old just scribbled. So I told them they were taking it back, and they did. And then I bought a new one, and then I immediately dropped a marker on it. But anyway, I did some coloring in here. Let's get to them. And that would be this girl. And again, you know what? Bear with me. I'm going to get one of them, even though I'm probably going to knock everything over. And you're going to hear a huge crashing sound. Hey, I didn't. Cool. All right, so these are what I'm talking about when I say Bible highlighters. And I use Mr. Pen's Sleek Gel Highlighters, is what his are called. I'm hoping you can see the name and the pen. And it's just a gel pen. And then you turn this. Sometimes it's hard to turn, like now, and more of it comes out. Trust me. And I just put it on the page a little bit at a time, and then I just blend it in with my fingers. I don't mind getting my fingers dirty. I don't know why people do, but you know, hey, we all have our own thing. And then I have baby wipes in the drawer next to me, and I just get one out and clean my fingers. I'm coloring. So that's what I used for her. But I used watercolored markers for this. And I use, like I say, these for her. Everything on her is these, except I put a little bit of Panda Fly white gel pen here just to kind of make her ears pop a little bit. So, but, and then I fixed some mistakes that I had made with that. But I think she's cute and she's fun, and I love this. And if you want to see my things as I color them, I post them on Instagram. So if you don't want to wait until my completed pages videos, please follow me on Instagram. Otherwise, you'll see them here on my completed pages. So, yeah, this is fun. And I use the watercolor, and as you'll see, nothing comes through, and I'm thrilled about that. So I hope everything looks good on camera. I want to do them all immediately. I really love this book. And this tag here actually is something I'm going to be doing. So, okay, let's move on to the next book. And gee, everybody, look. Pop Manga, Beauties and Beasties by Camilla D'Errico. Let's get to the book I didn't hear, which might have been a buddy color. Let's see. No, it's not, but this is the one that I did do on camera, in case you want to watch exactly how I do it with the gel markers. And it was for, oh yeah, it was, I had to remember. It was actually for the Would You Rather tag that I did video, where I answered the questions, you know, would you rather do this or would you rather do that? And I did this in the background to show how to use these because I had a lot of people asking me, what do you mean you use your fingers? And now you'll know if you watch it. And I did these and her. I hit these though with because they're so tiny, but a little hard. I hit these with actually I think I did some of them with the pens, with watercolor markers, but this is all these pens. So, and I only put a little bit of a background around her. I didn't want to keep going with it. I didn't think it needed it. I don't even know if it needed that background. I have this thing that if there's white paper showing, I haven't finished it. And I need to learn not to do that because I have messed up more colorings by trying to add a background when it did not need a background. So I'm trying to learn I don't have to do that. And yeah. And again, nothing came true. So they're pretty awesome and they're so easy. And if you put it on and you do smudge, you can erase them with an eraser, which I show in the video. So I kind of like it when I go over. I don't know why. I think it looks cool. That I also used, hopefully I can show you now, on the jars, glossy accents. Because jars with honey and jellies and stuff, and that's what I was hoping it would look like, jellies and honey, and all over her face, should be shiny. So I got out, I love this stuff, you guys know I love it, glossy accents, and I used it, and it's fabulous, and it makes everything shiny, gives it a kind of three-dimensional feel. And it just, you have to let it dry. I let it dry overnight just because I use so much of it on the pages. So you want to make sure it's completely dry, especially before you close that book. Okay, so yes, so one of my favorites. So there you go, and let's move on to the next book. Oh my gosh, look, it's not a pop manga. This was a buddy color with my good friends, Christine and Ben. And we did a couple of them for June. And then we just did July's, but I can't show those yet until August's video. But let me get to the ones that we did in June. Okay, this is the one that we did, and I decided I was going to do it as a pride coloring, and so that's why I gave her rainbow colors in her hair and gave her some glossy, glittery eyeshadow. And then her hand was drawn really weird because she either had this strange deformity, but I went ahead and just put a glove on her, and I don't know if it looks that great. I think Ben and Christine's hands look much better than mine. And I didn't realize this was a shadow until I saw, I think it was Ben's. Maybe it was Christine's, and that's supposed to be a big shadow. But these were with probably Arctics. I don't have it written down. I do have the date, so that's cool. This looks like it's probably some acrylic, trying to put a cloud in and not doing a really good job at all. And then I used glossy accents to give her eyes and her tongue some gloss. So let me show you it, and then I'll show you their really excellent pages. Just want to try to show off the eyes and stuff. So this was a ton of fun to do. I'm going to move this to the side, and hopefully I can get both of theirs in the pic with it. And I don't know who's going to be who. I will try to remember to put Ben's over here and Christine's right next to mine. So I'm going to try to remember to do it. Hopefully I will. But that's theirs, and they both did fantastic jobs. And it's funny because Christine's always, I did a terrible job. You know, she really doubts her work. And then Ben and I are like, you know, oh, gee, you know, what's it going to look like? Is it going to be awful? And then she gives it to us to post, and it's like, holy crap, girl, this You kicked our asses. So, but I love both of them. I think they're great. And then Ben always goes in different directions and always makes them a lot of fun. And I wish I had the creativity that he had, because there would be no stopping me. And he did his own coloring book. And if you haven't gotten it, I did a video all about it, a flip through. So you should check it out. I'm very proud of him. So those were theirs, and I think they're fabulous. I had a lot of fun with this. Let's move on to the next buddy color that we did in June, because we did 2 of them in here for June. And so the next page I'm very excited about. Ben picked this one a while ago to do. And it's the Linda Carter tribute page. And she is the first Wonder Woman that I ever saw on TV. You know, I'm a liar. I saw the movie with Kathy Lee Crosby, which people hate, but I still like, and I actually bought it on DVD. And that was the Wonder Woman that was done when they had stripped her of all her powers in the comics, which is stupid, but they did. And she was more of a secret agent at that point, and they did that version. And then they came out immediately with the original Wonder Woman movie and TV series for ABC Movie of the Week. I know, because I was alive back then and watched it. And I fell in love with Linda Carter right then and there. And she was a nobody at that point. But, and now she's a big star. So we did Linda, and I'm very proud of my Linda. I'm very proud of the gold and everything that I did. And this is with Copic markers. The background, though, I used, let me feel. Yeah, the background was with the gel highlighter pens, or whatever you want to call them. But everything else is Copic marker. And this is my version of the Linda Carter page, which I'm very proud of. Now let me move this over here, and I hope I do this right, because I keep taking mine right out of frame. And we will put Ben's here, which is very creative. He went with the new comic book, I believe, interpretation of Wonder Woman. I completely forget what it's called. I want to say Attitude, but that's not it. I apologize, Ben, but he went with the way she looks in that comic book, or at least it inspired him. And then right next to him will be Christine's, and she went with the traditional, like I did, but I really wish I had the creativity that Ben had, and I wish I had the talent that Christine has. I must steal both their souls. I mean, they're so talented. Yes, they are. So that's our Linda Carter Wonder Womans for June. And I have been holding on it because I did this one right at the beginning of June. And I just, it was so hard not to post it because I was so proud of her. Yeah, I probably my favorite Wonder Woman I've ever done. Because I think she looks so good. And yeah, I know it sounds like I'm conceited. I'm not. But, you know, when you're good, you're good. There. That's the most conceived up here, me. So that was a lot of fun. And that was our Wonder Womans for June. I've already got July's done. Ben has his July done. We're waiting for Christine because she only does like 5,000 buddy colors and 20,000 group colors a month. So ours always comes last. That's all I'll say. So we're just waiting for Christine's, which will probably be the last couple of days of the month. Right, Christine? She knows I love her. All right, so that's Wonder Woman for June 2026. Let's move on to the next book. Okay, I told you that my friend Ben has a coloring book out. This is it. I forgot I did something in it. Because I did so many. And this is it, and it's really neat. And send the kids out of the room. They shouldn't be watching this anyway. I put my warning. Because there's some, you know, risque, shall we say, photos in here. But I think they're all tastefully done. I colored something in here, and then he did one. We did not do a buddy color, But I'm going to try to remember to post his anyway next to mine because he did such a better job. But this is a nice thick book. Look how thick that is. Isn't that nice? And it's not expensive. It's on Amazon. Here's the back of it. And, you can get it. And it's an awesome book. The only thing is I don't like the paper because I'm a real paper snob. I know he's rolling his eyes as he hears me say that again. So it's cheap Amazon paper. I think if he does another one, he promised me he'll do it on better paper. It's an option you can click on with Amazon, but he wanted to keep the price down, and I totally respect that. But I'm just a total paper snob. So this is who I did. I don't know his name. Is it over here? It might be over here on this. Oh my. I just read some of it. So this is what I did. I think I did okay. I've been coloring women so much that I know how to highlight boobs and stuff, but I don't seem to know how to highlight men's muscles because he looks terrible. And I'm sad that I didn't do a better job because I'm so proud of Ben and his coloring book, and I'll do more in here and hopefully I'll do a better job. And then I messed up here. Well, the Amazon paper sucked up some color, so I had to go in and just make it look like, I want it to look like he's in front of a screen and that's a shadow on the screen. I hope it worked. Now let me move this aside and show you Ben's, and of course it's Ben, so of course it looks freaking fabulous. And no, this was not a buddy color. He did his after because he just had to show how he could do a better job than me, and he did. He's quite incredible. So that's Ben's. If you like perfection, I guess you can like Ben's. If you like ones like mine, then maybe you will. Okay, so that's that. I will do more out of this book. I just hate the paper, but I will do more out of this. And check this book out, and now you know where to buy it. And please do so if you want a book that has a whole bunch of really hot men in it. And oh dear, it does. That's all I should show, and maybe I shouldn't have shown that. Okay, moving on. Okay, I sure hope you got a drink and a snack, because we've still got a few books to go through here. I didn't color an actual page in here, but I got this book. I've seen a lot of people on YouTube channels have these because they get them because they're overseas, other countries, and they can get them very easily, and they're not easy to get here. Kind of pricey if you get them here, but I really wanted one, and because I have FOMA, fear of missing out, terribly, and I finally had to admit the fact that I have it, and I have to just be careful because I do go, oh, I'll get that and then I'll be a great artist like they are. That's not how it works. Okay, so I did grab this and I wanted to see how good the paper was. It's a really beautiful book. And so the back page, where I knew I couldn't do any damage really, I did with watercolor markers, the King Art watercolor paintbrushes, pens, and stuff, just to kind of get an idea of what I've gotten myself into with this book. And there's just way too much color going on here. Even me, I'm saying that, and you know me, I love to saturate with color. But I think I know how to color in it now. Nothing came through. Nice thing about the King Arts and stuff. But now I'll actually, one day, soon, do a real page in here and show you them. I want something that's not going to go through. Well, I have to I have to translate everything in it anyway. But it's just such a beautiful book. I see that it's already falling apart, though. Lovely. That's just lovely. Okay, so that's that book. And then I had a couple of buddy colors with Jamie. And let me show. Well, I think I had one. I did one a month or two ago. Yes, and so there was one more we did. Let me get it. And that was this one. a surfing one, and a lot of fun to do. And I use Arctic markers and Just Art acrylic markers to make the water look a little more like water. And of course, these are just so much fun to do. And this book is so awesome. It's just one of my favorite books. Yeah, I've done quite a few of them in here. This book I could see me finishing. I could see me getting through this whole book very easily because I enjoy these so much. And I so let me move this over so I can show you Jamie's page, which is awesome, and had a lot of fun doing it. And he's a really nice guy, and I was very happy that he asked me to do a buddy color with him. So yeah, he's a nice guy, and I was very honored that he asked me. So yes, so that's our buddy color for June, and a lot of fun. And okay, so moving on to the next book. I just realized, here's the other new book. Just realized I've been forgetting to tell you people's names like I said I was going to do. Anyway, this is Mythographic Fantasy Forest. This was also a buddy color, and it's by Fabiana Atanaso. Antanaso? And this one was with, I'm going to screw this name up too, on Instagram, Sam Kazam, or maybe it's Sam K. Zam. Dot colors. You see the name though properly done here on the screen, and it'll be down below in the description part of the video. So let me show you the page we did. And that would be this one. And I wanted to do something really totally completely different with it, and so I went with colors that I was not comfortable with. I guess you would say I'm a realistic colorist. You know, it's like if it's a tree, it's got to be brown, the leaves got to be green, blah, blah, blah. But I wanted to just completely go in a different direction with this. So I decided she was an alien, or they're in like a fairyland or something. I'm not sure. And my blue mushroom trees and her and the little bear creature. Wasn't much I could do with him. I could have probably given him different colors, but I already had so many colors going on. And I did do a different colored water. I think it was orange. It kind of shines through, but it just was glaring, so I changed it. So, and I don't remember, this is probably a mixture of Arctics and Copic markers. I don't see, oh, I did use some gold pen to highlight her stuff, and probably Languel gel pens to highlight the mushrooms. So that's mine, and it's okay. I don't think it's great, but it's okay. Now, Sam's fantastic. It's funny, there were similar things that we did, and we don't compare notes as we color them. And we just did everyone I do buddy colors with, I wait until the last for us to see what each other did. But anyway, that's Sam's, and Sam's looks fabulous, and it was a fun buddy color, and thank you, Sam, for asking me to do it. I really appreciate it. So check Sam out on Instagram. Like I say, the name's on the screen and down in the description of this video. Okay, so there's that. Let me see, I have a tab. I want to see if, I don't think it was a buddy color. Let me check. No, it wasn't. I did this one on my own because I thought it was an awesome page. I don't know if I did a very good job though, but yeah. So this, it just looks so cool, and I loved the moons and stuff, but I didn't like the background I had done, so I did the background over and added the little galaxy star things, and And then it still didn't work for me. Even, you picture something in your head and then it doesn't come out and you feel like you failed. And that's what I always do anyway. But I don't think I failed with this, but I had to do things to make my brain accept that it was good. And that was adding stickles. Stickles save the world. I swear it could be a movie. So I put that on the moon and the plants here. Hopefully it's showing up a little bit somehow. I can never tell looking at the computer. But yeah, so it was fun. I enjoyed it, although I was not happy with the final outcome until I added the stickles and changed the background. And then I was like, okay, now I'm happy. Now it looks okay. So yeah, so that was the other one I did in this book. Moving on. Okay, so then we have The Occult and Folklore Coloring Book by Duchess of Lore. And this is a really fun book. I really enjoyed. I used to belong to a group on Instagram that color out of it every month, but there was a certain somebody who was pretty nasty and rude to me and is pretty nasty and rude to others. And so I removed myself from the group, and then of course that person removed themselves right after. So I could have stayed, but I didn't, and I'm not going back. So I did a page from here that I'm really proud of, and it was a buddy color with my good friend Deb. She's awesome, and I can never say no to her. So let me show you what we did. And I just remember we did 2 buddy colors in this book, and the other ones, I have 2 of this book so that I can use alcohol markers in it, and then they ruined the page on the back. So I got 2 of these books because I like it so much, so that I can do both sides of the page. But I'll show this one first. And this was These 3 ladies are dancing for the summer solstice. And I like what Deb did more than I did. Well, I like this. I made it black because I thought, well, the sun's just now coming up and there are stars, and they were there. So obviously it's not daylight yet, right? And that's the way I was thinking. And then I didn't like it just being black, so I used the Faber-Castell black pencils, which are really good on a dark background. And I tried to, I hope it shows on the camera, make it look like, northern lights or something, or solar flares or something. But this I had a lot of fun with. I really enjoyed doing these ladies. Let me see if I can get you a better look at the colors, the solar flares, or whatever you want to call them. Really enjoyed this. Let me show you Deb's. And I keep thinking I have to go way over. So this is Deb's, and she did it great because I like her background better because it's bright and cheerful, and I think she did a fabulous job, as always. I mean, when does she not? And I think we had a lot of fun both doing this one. Now, there's another one we did, but now I have to find that book because I didn't realize that that one was in it. So let me find it. Is it under here? Oh, never mind. It's under the pile because I'm not as dumb as I thought. Okay, so that's this one. Loved it. Thank you, Deb, for doing it with me. Let's move on to the other book and the other page that we did, which actually is right on the back of this one. And here it is. It's called Witch's Kiss. And it was right on the back. Oh, that's not it. Of the one that I just showed you from the other book. But I wanted to be able to use alcohol markers in these books, and so I just grabbed another one. I love this page. I think I did a really good job. I know, right? I'm actually enjoying something I did without saying, but there's this wrong. No, I love this page. I think it's fabulous. If that makes me sound conceited, I apologize. But anyone who follows me knows that I'm really critical of my coloring. But this one I enjoyed doing, and very happy with the outcome. Now let me show you. I have to do, I guess I can do this. Yeah. So this is Deb's, and of course she knocked it right out of the park. I love her style, and I've been trying to incorporate her style in some of my colorings. I'm not as good, but because I think her style is awesome. And so that's Deb's, and she did terrific job. Thank you, Deb, for doing these with me. I really appreciate it. I know we're going to do others because I can't say no to Deb. I just can't. And I'm glad because I really enjoyed it. Deb, Christine, and Ben, I just can't say no. So, not that I even want to. So that's Deb's. It looks fantastic. And mine, and I really love this book. And God knows what's going to happen next in both of these books. So, okay, so that's those books and my buddy colors. And be sure to follow Deb on Instagram. Okay, let's move on to the last two books. Okay, so for this one, it was to help someone out who was running a campaign to help with the blood cancer charity that helped save her life because she had blood cancer. So I did this and I'm going to screw up the name so it's on the screen. Farlene, like Lorraine, I think, Farlene .sarah.colors. And she was doing it for the hashtag Be Cancer Survivor 26 hashtag. And she also raised money for Blood Cancer United, I believe it was. I might have my information wrong and I apologize. It's all on my Instagram page, though, if you guys want to go check it out there. But I picked it out of the new Fan Favorites by R.J. Hampson coloring book that I just had to have. And what she wanted people to do was make it all red, or as red as possible. And that's what I did. I made it as red as possible. And I had so much fun with this. I usually am not a big dragon because everyone does them and they're all the same. And if I do them, they're usually purple. But this one, I thought this would be perfect to do all in red. And then I was hoping that orange was close enough to red that I, wouldn't get in trouble for that. And I'm very proud of this. I call him Sebastian. And this is, I don't know, Fifi, who's hoping Sebastian doesn't see him, go by. Because Sebastian looks a little hungry as he protects the pumpkins. And this is a great page, Mr. Hanson. You did a terrific job drawing it, and it was so much fun to color. I really enjoyed it. And I hope it helped out in some way with the cause and the charity. I was really honored that she allowed me to participate and to do a page and put the hashtag up and stuff. So, all right. Yeah, very proud of this. And I think it's for a very, very good cause. And she's awesome. You must look her up on Instagram and talk to her because she's terrific. I really like her very, very, very much. And I'm glad she's a new friend. All right. So Sebastian here is going to go back to guarding the pumpkins. And we're going to move to the last book of June 2026. So this one was also for a hashtag, and it was the hashtag Heroes versus Villains. So actually, it's Heroes v Villains. And that was created by Hollyberry Colors and Piggy Pens. And it's from their also hashtag Light Dark 2026 that they've got going. And they're really awesome ladies. And I was very honored that I got to participate in this. And I hope I did a good enough job. I picked Villain. Actually, it was Holly's fault. She said this was a book we could work out of. She wouldn't even show Shelob's picture because she hates spiders so much. And the evil little wicked thing inside me said, well, you know what you're going to have to color. And that's what I did. So let's take a look at her. And this is her. Shelob. I probably did not do her justice, but I did what I wanted to do to make her scary to me. And she's just scary to me. I hate spiders, but I love coloring them. I'm terrified of spiders. I just, no, hate them. If there's one in the house, I scream for Storm to come get rid of it. And of course, he's like, well, let's just get it outside safely. And I'm like, stop on it! Kill it! Destroy it! because I don't like them. And I send out a psychic message to all insects, except for ladybugs, because they're awesome. And that is, if you come in this house, it's an act of suicide. So you know what you're doing coming into this house. You know what you're doing. And it is. And that's what it is. Now, I'm not happy with the background because what can you really do with webs? I didn't want to add stickles because I want her to be the main thing. And I wasn't, I struggled over this one. And then my friend Ben said, add more webbing. Do that, that'll help. And so I did, and he was right. And I had Storm do some drawing because I can't draw. And actually, I'm a freaking liar. Storm put these webs in with my Pandafly gel highlighter. So this was his work also. The rest of it was already there. And then I did Shelob, and I put glossy accents all over her because I wanted her to be gross and creepy, and her eyes and her mouth and the blood and stuff. So hopefully you can see it, and I can show it a little better, maybe. And I used Castle Art golden oil-based pencils, which are fantastic. I really love them. And of course, like I say, it's funny because, you know, the glossy accents, which I love, comes in this. And so I just poured it everywhere. And then I used an old paintbrush that was gonna get tossed anyway. And I just spread it around with the paintbrush. These I just usually drop the accents down and then just use the nozzle that's on it to move it around. But this was a little big for that. And I think I did a pretty good job getting that spread out properly. So that's Shelob. And that was for their hashtag. And thank you, ladies, for letting me participate in it. And if Holly's still speaking to me, and I wouldn't blame her if she was not, but if she is still speaking to me, I adore you. And check out hers and Piggy Pen's web pages. I'll have them listed down below. And then they're both on Instagram. And if you color, do one of their hashtags. It's a lot of fun. A lot of people do them, and it's fun to watch all their stuff. So, okay, so that's my Shelob. And with that, we are done with June 2026 colorings. I'm exhausted. I need to go take a break. I hope you enjoyed them. Please, a thumbs up and a comment, even if you tell me what you had for breakfast, is really what gets YouTube motivated to like us now and promote our channels. And I don't get paid for having the channel. It'd be nice, but I don't. So I would like the channel to grow. It has been. Thank you all so much, the people that have subscribed. I appreciate you more than you know. And thank you everyone for commenting, and please like and share and all that kind of stuff. It's a small old channel, and I would like it to get bigger and bigger. And hopefully I'm doing the right videos so that you all like them and enjoy them. And I do enjoy doing my completed pages, because I forget sometimes what I've done, and then I look at them and go, oh yeah, I did that one, and well, oh yeah, yeah. So anyway, thank you for watching, and I will see you soon, I'm sure, in a new video that I'll post soon, hopefully. If nothing else, next month's completed pages for July, which will be in August, that gets put up. And as always, and what I always say and what I truly believe is, stay safe, stay sane, stay healthy, stay happy, stay tuned. And happy 4th of July, even though this is going to go after. Bye.